Hi there class, welcome back everyone. Welcome back 5th grade. I hope you had a nice and amazing weekend and you had enjoyed it staying at home, doing a lot of fun activities or just relaxing at home. We're gonna start a new week, but we're gonna keep working in the same last unit of this book, and I hope you are super excited and you are super ready for it. So first of all, we're gonna start the new grammar that we have in this last unit, and you need to pay super attention because it might seem difficult if you don't pay attention. Remember that in the last unit we learned and we knew the past participle verbs, and I told you that you needed to learn them because they were gonna be useful in the previous and the next units. Well, you should have paid attention to me because this time we need to use these past participle verbs. So first of all, the topic that we're gonna be learning this time, it's called present perfect, okay? So let's check it out in here. Have you ever? That's the present perfect. So let's check this first chart that I have for you. It says, have you ever? We use the present perfect. Remember, this is have you ever is present perfect to talk about our experience without saying when. So when I want to say, for example, the first time that I tried sushi, but I don't want to mention when was the first time that I tried it, because maybe I don't remember when was it, or maybe I don't want to mention it because I don't think it's important. So, for example, it says, John has played with a dolphin, okay? It means something that happened in the past that is not happening right now. What about you? Have you ever played with a dolphin? Have you ever played with a dolphin? You can say, yes, I have. No, I have. So pay attention to the structure because, for example, the questions always need to start with have. Have, okay? Have you ever played? And this verb is in past participle. It is not past simple, it's past participle. Have, subject, you, and the verb ever siempre va a estar ahí, ever, esa palabra ever. With a dolphin? Yes, I have, no, I haven't. And you're gonna use have or haven't because that's what you use with the question. For example, if I want to ask about a third person, he, she, or it, I would say, has she ever played with a dolphin? Lo único que cambiaría ahí es que en vez de have, we're gonna use has. Has she ever played with a dolphin? And we will say, yes, she has. No, she hasn't, okay? And so let's check the next chart. So the structure is something like this. You always start a positive sentence by the subject. Then you need to write have or has. Has is just for he, she, or it. And the past participle. For example, I have tried sushi. We start with the subject, then we write have, because dependiendo del sujeto, recuerden. And then we're gonna write the past participle verb. Tried, past participle, tried, okay? Then we have a negative sentence. Subject plus have not or haven't. Pueden ser estas dos, es la negación. Have not or haven't, es lo mismo. Or if it's a third person, you would need to say has not or hasn't, and the last thing, the past participle, ¿ok? Es lo mismo que en la oración afirmativa, simplemente tienes que agregar not, ¿ok? I have not tried sushi, or she has not or she hasn't tried sushi, ¿ok? Then we have the questions. Remember that the questions need to start with have or has, and then the subject and the past participle. Have you ever tried sushi? And that's it, okay? The usage and the example. Okay, the usage. It is, como ya habíamos visto, to express things you have done in your life, okay? there are a lot of things that you have tried in your life. For example, she has never studied Japanese. Okay, that's correct. She has not studied Japanese, maybe. To express number of times you have done something. How many times have you tried to call her? And there are some other usages that you can give it to it. So, well, this is what we need to have in our minds. So please, kids, if you want to copy this, at least a menos estos tres en amarillo, this one, and this one, and copy the topic, present perfect tense. Please copy this in your notebook. It's gonna be really useful because maybe this topic is not gonna be that easy. Tal vez vaya a ser un poquito complicado. So you need to have this in your notebooks, okay? Listen to me carefully. So, now we have another topic for today. Tenemos otro tema, un segundo tema para hoy. Because we have two topics in the same student's book page that we're gonna use today. But don't worry about it. I'm gonna be explaining it better in the next few weeks. So we have would rather. Would rather is used to say that one person would prefer another or other to something. Would rather is followed by the verb infinitive than. Okay, so check it out. Example sentences. I would rather have coffee than tea. Okay, so for example, let me explain it better. Would rather is used when you have two options or more options. For example, you go to a restaurant and you can choose if you want to eat tacos, if you want to eat empanadas, if you want to eat burritos, or if you want to eat a hamburger, for example. So I would say, for example, I would rather eat hamburger than eat empanadas, for example. Or if you have your soda, you need to choose between if you want to drink Fanta, if you want to eat if you want to drink manzanita, if you want to drink I don't know, Coca-Cola or Pepsi. You have 4 options, right? So you will need to choose. I would rather drink manzanita than Coca-Cola and the rest of them, okay? So would rather is used when you have 2 options or you have more than 2 options and you need to choose one. For example, I would rather have coffee than tea. In this case, you have just 2 options, coffee and tea, but this person prefers, of course, the coffee. The next one says, I would rather not going out tonight. And this is really easy. You have 2 options, going out and not going out, okay? I would rather watch the movie at home. Okay, you can choose if you want to watch the movie at the cinema or if you want to watch the movie at home. So this person chose to watch the movie at home. The last one says, I would rather have breakfast. Maybe he had a different option, going to the restaurant or not having breakfast at all, right? So remember, it says would rather is followed by the verb infinitive and than. Okay, the verb infinitive is just the verb. For example, have, go, watch, have. So verb infinitive means, significa que no le vamos a agregar nada al verbo. No le vamos a agregar ing, no le vamos a agregar ed, no le vamos a agregar pasado participio, nada. Como lo conocemos, así va a ser. Sing, dance, sleep, eat, play, etcétera, etcétera, sin agregarle nada al verbo. Example of a question. Would you rather eat Chinese or Japanese food? Y aquí tenemos cómo iniciar una pregunta. Siempre iniciamos con would, subject, rather, and the verb. In this case, I chose eat, okay? And the 2 options, Chinese or Japanese, al revés. And my answer will be, I'd rather eat Chinese food, okay? And remember, I'd significa I would. Sería lo mismo con she'd, she would. He'd, he would. You'd, you would, okay? Puedes ponerlo de ambas formas, I'd or I would, okay? So I think that we are ready to go to the student book, page 113. And we have that we will learn to use the present perfect to with ever to talk about experiences. I will learn to experience preferences using would rather. Ok, recuerda, vamos a hacer esto conforme lo que ya les expliqué. Esto también lo pueden tener en su libreta para tenerlo más claro. And don't worry about it if you cannot do it at the first time. Si tenemos un poquito de duda, no se preocupen. Vamos a ir viendo en las siguientes semanas, ¿ok? So example said, have you ever been to a concert? Okay, in this case, been means go, okay? Like, have you ever gone to a concert? And it will say, yes, I have. No, I haven't. Has he ever been skydiving? Yes, he has. No, he hasn't. Okay? Follow the structure. We have or has depending on the subject. Next to it, you write the subject. Ever been, okay? Ever been. En este caso vamos a usar been como el verbo principal. And then we can say, las respuestas son, yes, I have. No, I haven't. If it's a third person, yes, he has. No, he hasn't. Okay, activity 9 says, complete the questions, then make answers, okay? Have you ever blank a horror movie? Aquí les voy a ayudar con esta primera. Y el verbo que les dan between paréntesis is see. Recuerda, los verbos que vamos a estar usando son see, be, perform, eat. And these verbs, you need to put them in past participle, okay? Estos verbos no los vamos a poner así como están aquí. Tenemos que pasarlos en pasado participio para que podamos formular la oración, como les expliqué acá, ¿ok? Past participle. Ok, so the first one, it says, have you ever, y lo único que nos falta aquí, según la estructura, have you ever, es nuestro verbo en pasado participio, y la respuesta sería, have you ever seen a horror movie? Y aquí tú puedes contestar lo que tú quieras. Yes, I have. No, I haven't, ¿ok? Y es lo mismo que vamos a hacer con las demás. Have you ever skydiving? Y vas a poner be en past participle. Number 3, have you ever blank on a stage perform? Between parentheses, tienes que ponerlo en past participle. Number 4, have you ever blank sushi? Eat in past participle. Recordemos, si no recordamos bien cuál es el pasado participio de los verbos, vamos a buscar una tabla en internet. You can write past participle of see, past participle of be, past participle of perform, past participle of eat. Or you can ask me the chart that I showed you. Y de este lado, recuerda, vamos a poner yes, I have, no, I haven't, ¿ok? Ahora, en la siguiente actividad necesitamos revisar esta tabla que dice, would they rather play soccer or watch it? They rather play soccer, ¿ok? Es lo mismo que ya les había explicado. Activity 10, look at the survey, complete the questions, use would and rather, then make answers, ¿ok? So you need to pay attention to it first. Student interest survey. Dear student, we're putting together an after-school program and we want your input. Please check all the activities that interest you. Thanks. Name, Chloe Harrison. We have baking, short story writing, sculpture, fishing, chess, skateboarding, video game competition, visiting museums. So this Chloe, this girl, chose short story writing, sculpture, fishing, and skateboarding, okay? So now we need to complete this. I'm going to help you with the first one, okay? It says, blank, play video games on skateboarding. Pay attention to the example. Aquí tenemos un ejemplo. Tenemos que hacer que nuestras preguntas y respuestas se vean parecidas a esta. So, ¿qué es lo que nos falta de aquí? We're missing would. Y en este caso, checamos acá qué sujeto están usando. Would she rather play video games or go skateboarding? Y ponemos, she'd rather go skateboarding, ¿ok? Skateboarding. Porque si vemos video game or skateboarding, ella ni siquiera palomeó video game, ¿ok? So it's of sure, of course, that she would rather skateboarding. Okay, and the next one, blank. Write a story or play chess. Y en la respuesta pondríamos, She rather. And the next one, visit a museum or a creative sculpture. Y la que hayamos palomeado o la que haya palomeado es la que vamos a usar para completar, ¿ok? So kids, that's it. I hope this was clear, but if it wasn't, maybe it was a little bit too much. But we're just in time to do these activities. And please, if you have questions, please, you just need to tell me. I would like to help you if you need me to. So I'll see you tomorrow. Have a nice and beautiful day. I'll see you then. Bye.